Question number 1. PQR is a triangle, right-angled at P. If PQ equals 10 cm and PR equals 24 cm, find QR. This is the required right-angled triangle, which is right-angled at angle P. Here, the measure of line segment PQ is 10 cm and measure of line segment PR is 24 cm, and we have to find the distance between points Q and R. That is, this is called as hypotenuse and these are bases according to Pythagoras property. So prior solving this question, let's visit Pythagoras property. It states that the square of longest side of a right angle triangle is equal to sum of squares of its non-longest sides, and the longest side will be opposite to the right angle triangle. How you can prove it? We can prove it if we first draw the square of the sides. Here this was A, therefore we draw square of side A. Here we draw square of side C. This is C, this is C, therefore C square. Similarly, this is B, therefore square of side measuring B, and area is B square. Similarly, A square. Then when you calculate this area equals the sum of these two areas, that is C square plus B square. In this way you prove your Pythagoras property. Now coming to the question. We wrote this as the longest side square, that is RP square plus QP square. Now just plugging in the values, QR square as it is, we have to find this, and 24 plus 10 squared as it is, QR square as it is equals 24 into 24 gives you 576. This you can do in your rough. Multiplying with 10 into 10 is easy. Just fix two zeros. 10 tens are 100. Add it up. 5 plus 1 is 6. 76 as it is. Now here we have to learn this step now. Now what is the square root of 676? We can square root in both sides so that our equation don't get disturbed. Here this square and this under root get cancelled. Or you can understand in this way. Here QR was 2 times and it had a pair. We have to take it only once, therefore QR. Now 676 under root or square root of 676 is what? 26. This you can do here with long factorization method that you have learned in your previous class. So it turns out that 26 into 26 gives you 676. Therefore this length measures 26 cm. So in this way you use your Pythagoras property, which states that square of the longest side is equal to sum of squares of other shorter sides, and longest side will be opposite to your right angle. This angle denotes right angle. That is your first. Question 2. ABC is a triangle right angled at C. If AB equals 25 cm and AC equals 7 cm, find BC. According to the question, this is your figure. So it is a right angle triangle, right angled at C. That was given in this question. AB measures 25 cm. That is your hypotenuse, because opposite to this right angle is your hypotenuse. And AC is given to you, that is 7 cm. That is one of the legs. These are called legs. AC and BC are your legs. You learn in your later classes that these legs have specific names. This is called your base, and this is called your height, and this is hypotenuse. Now we will directly apply our Pythagoras property. That is, this side, that is hypotenuse square, is equal to sum of both legs square. Now AC square plus BC square gives you AB square. Now plugging in values. Before that, let's separate it. Since we have to find BC, so BC remains on left hand side, transposing AC towards right hand side. AB square as it is minus AC square. BC square equals, now we plug the values. AB is 25 squared minus AC is 7 squared. Now BC square, 25 is a 625. There is an easy way to multiply a number which has 5 in its unit place. You simply increment this tens digit or the number which is after these ones digit towards left hand side. Here it is 2, increase it with 1 or increment it with 1, that is 3. Now you multiply it, 3 to the 6, and at last you have to fix 25 in every question you solve. Now here minus 49, again applying square root on both sides. This square cancels, Now you can find it with your prime factorization method. It comes out to be 24. So 24 into 24 gives you 576. Therefore, this line segment measures 24 centimeter, or the base measures 24 centimeter. Now, when we say that this cancels out, that is square root and square cancel out, actually it happens this way. BC as it is, now this square as it is. Now this under root means 1 over 2. When you multiply, this cancel out, you are only left with BC, or whatever the variable is taken here. So that is your second. Question third. A 15-meter long ladder reached a window 12-meter high from the ground on placing it against a wall at a distance A. Now this is your ladder and that's your wall. This is your base and this is your window at a height 12 meter. Find the distance of the foot of the ladder from the wall. So you have to find A. This is your ladder and here is your window. It reaches to the window and the length is given to you. That is, length of ladder is 15 meter and the wall is of height 12 meter where it touches this wall. Now we have to find distance of the foot of ladder from the wall and it is given to you A. We have to find the value of A. So directly we can apply Pythagoras theorem or property. This hypotenuse, why it is hypotenuse? It is longest side and it is opposite to 90 degrees. Therefore it is hypotenuse. This squared equals 12 square plus A square. Same has been written here. Now multiplication trick is increment it with 1, that is 2. 2 into 1 is 2. Fix 25 to the last. You get 2 to 5. 12 12s are 144 plus A square. Now what is your A square? Transpose 144 towards left hand side. That is 225 minus 144. And again this cancel out. We've told you earlier that how we can cancel it. A separated. Now subtraction is 81 and square root of 81 is 9. Therefore the distance of the foot of the ladder from the wall is 9 meter. And don't forget to write these units. These are most important. So that is your third. Question fourth. Which of the following can be the sides of a right triangle? So these are the sides. 2.5 centimeter, 6.5 and 6 centimeter, 2 to 5 centimeter, 1.5, 2 and 2.5 centimeter. In the case of right angle triangles, identify the right angles. In order to solve these questions, we have to use the converse property of Pythagoras theorem. That is, if you are given with the sides and if the longest side square measures equal to the other shorter sides squared, then the triangle will be a right angle triangle. That is called converse property of Pythagoras property. So let's solve them. First is 2.5 centimeter, 6.5 centimeter, 6 centimeter. So whenever you see these measurements or these lengths in any question, you first grab the longest length. Here 6.5 is greater than 6. This is longest. You take it on one side, either left hand side or right hand side, doesn't matter. You square it, that will be your hypotenuse, equals, then it doesn't matter whichever you take first. So we have taken 2.5 centimeter first, square it plus whatever is left, plus 6 square. Solve it. Here you can use that trick again because unit digit has 5. Increment this thing with 1. 7, 7 6 are 42, fix 25 to it. And we had 6.5 into 6.5, therefore we have to place decimal after 2 places. So 1, 2, 42.25. Now here again, the trick or the fastest way, 3 into 2, 6, fix 25 to it, plus 6, 6 is 36. Add them up, you get 42.25. Well, yes, this is true. Left hand side equals right hand side. These measurements will make right angle triangle because left hand side equals right hand side. Another part of the question was, in the case of right angle, which here we got, identify the right angles. So right angle will be opposite of its longest side. That is, longest side is 6.5 centimeter. So the same has been written here. So in this way, we will do rest of these parts. Second, take the longest side, 5, square it. Take others and square them also. So 4, 4, 25, 4, 4, 8. Well, we don't have to go further. This doesn't make a right angle triangle. That was the second. Third, take the longest side, square it. Take other two sides and square them. Trick, 3 to the 6, fix 2, 5 after 2 digits because 2.5 into 2.5. Therefore, after 2 digits equals 2 ones are 2, fix 2, 5 plus 4. Add them up, you get 6.25, well equal. Now we move on. So we construct a triangle or a right angle triangle, right angled opposite to the longest side, that is 2.5 centimeter, and same has been written here. And that is the third of question number 4th. Question 5th. A tree is broken at a height of 5 meters from the ground, and its top touches the ground at a distance of 12 meters from the base of the tree. Find the original height of the tree. In such type of a questions, language plays an important role. So a tree is broken at a height of 5 meters. So this was your actual tree standing here like this. It broke above 5 meters. That is, this is still erect. This part got cut and that tip touched the ground away 12 meters from its stalk. This is called stalk. The standing part is called stalk of a tree, or a trunk of a tree, you can say. Now we have to find the actual length of this tree. Well, when you see it, when you figure it out, it forms a right angle triangle. This is right angle. You can consider it as right angle. This is your hypotenuse, longest side, because longest side is always opposite to your right angle. So this is 5 meters and this is given to you. You have to find this. So you can consider it x, y, any variable, or you can also term it as broken part. So broken part square will be equal to these individual squares sum. That is 5 meters square plus 12 meters square. Same has been done in this first line. Now 5 has the 25 meters square. Now meter square is written like this, plus 12 12s are 144 meter square. That is broken part square. Again, broken part square, this cancel out, square root and square cancel out. Now what is the square root of 169? When 13 is multiplied with 13, you get 169, and meter into meter, you get 1 meter out of it. That is 13 meters. So this measures 13 meters. And now it is simple. What will be actual height? It is not only 13, you have to add this part also, which is still standing. That is the trunk. So actual length will be 5 plus 13. That is 18 meters. Again, units plays important role. You have to write them in every question. So the total length of the tree is 18 meters. That is your 5th. Question 6th. Angles Q and R of a triangle PQR are 25 degrees and 65 degrees. Now, write which of the following is true. PQ square plus QR square equals RP square. PQ square plus RP square gives you QR square, or RP square plus QR square gives you PQ square. This question can be solved with an elimination process. First of all, we'll figure out this figure and try to find missing angles. Well, these angles were given to you, 25 degree and 65 degree. This was not given to you, but you know from your previous concepts that all the three angles, all the three internal angles of a triangle are supplementary. That is, they add up to 180 degrees. So if you add them, that is 25 plus 65, that gives you 90, and subtract 90 from 180, you will get this angle. So 180 minus 90 is simple, it is 90. So the same has been done here. We found angle P equals 90 degree and we wrote the same here. Now we can easily figure out that which is your hypotenuse. Opposite to this right angle is your hypotenuse and others are legs. This is leg as well. Now we have to check which of these three statements hold true. Well, we don't see them first. We just deduce our property that follows this figure. That is hypotenuse square, that is QR square. That will be equal to QP square plus PR square. So QP square or PR square, these things doesn't matter if you write Q first or P first, both means the same thing. Now you match it here. QR square. So this is your true statement only. Others will be false automatically because only one case follows in right angle triangle. So these will be your false. So in this way, you solve this kind of a question. And that is your question number 6. Question number 7. Find the perimeter of the rectangle whose length is 40 cm and a diagonal is 41 cm. This is your required rectangle, and given lengths to us are 40 cm is your length. That is, let's consider this as length because it is longest. 40 cm, it means that this is also 40 cm because opposite sides of a rectangle are equal. And diagonal is 41 cm. This is 41 cm and this will be same as well, 41 cm. So we have taken only one, 41 cm. Now we have to find the perimeter. What is perimeter? The boundary. That is, this is 40. We have to somehow know this length, and this length will be equal to this length. Or you can term it as width or breadth. Both mean same thing. But if you observe here, it makes a right angle triangle. This or this, you can consider any one of it. We have considered this. You can also name them like A, B, C, D. We haven't. It doesn't matter. Well, what will be your width? Since this is 90 degree, opposite to it will be your hypotenuse. So width will be 41 square minus 40 square, or in elaborated way, you can say that width square plus 40 squares, that is sum of legs square, equals hypotenuse square, 41 square. Now simple algebra, width square equals, transposing it, what we were saying earlier, the same thing, 41 square minus 40 square. Now width square, you do it in your rough space, it gives you 1681, that is 41 into 41. This is simple, 4 4s are 16, fix 2 zeros, 1600. Subtraction is also simple, 1681 minus 1600 gives you 81. Now this cancel out, we have told you earlier why it cancel out. Width equals 81, you know very well, 9 into 9 gives you 81. Therefore, this is 9, this is 9 as well. So now you just have to add all the sides, all the 4 sides. That is 40, 40 plus 9 plus 9. 40, 40, 80, 9 to the 18, 8 plus 1, 9, 8 plus 0, 8. So 98 centimeter is your required perimeter of the rectangle. That is your 7th. Question 8. The diagonals of a rhombus measure 16 centimeter and 30 centimeter. Find its perimeter. This is your rhombus. Let's revisit the concept of rhombus first of all. A rhombus is a parallelogram having opposite sides parallel. These are parallel and all the sides are of equal length. This is side, this is side, this is side, this is side. That is, if it is 5 centimeter, it will be 5, it will be 5, and it will be 5 as well. Now there is also important point in case of rhombus, that its diagonals, these are diagonals, they bisect each other equally and also intersect each other at 90 degrees. And the lengths of both the diagonals are given to us. So one is of 16 centimeter. So this is shorter. Let's consider it as 16 centimeter. Whole diagonal measures 16 centimeter. And other one is 30 centimeter. So this is the longer one. Let's consider it as 30 centimeter. Again, by using the property, both divide each other. It will be 8. It will be 8. It will be 15. It will be 15. Because 15 is a 30. Now we have to find perimeter. What is perimeter? The boundary. Now if we know the side, then since we know that all sides are equal, then we can multiply directly with 4. Now if you see this, that we have also highlighted, it is a right angle triangle because they intersect each other perpendicularly. Perpendicularly gives 90 degrees. So this is 8 and this is 15. You can consider any of the 4 triangles that are formed, these one. But we have considered this. So we have to find side. So here side is what? Hypotenuse, or the longest side, because it is opposite to this 90 degrees. So these are legs. Therefore side square will be equal to 15 square plus 8 square. Same as been written here. Side square as it is. Trick. Increment with 1. 2 ones are 2. Fix 2 5 to it. 2 to 5 plus 8 is a 64. This cancel out. Side is separated. And 289. You can do it with your prime factorization, or if you have learnt it, it is 17. That is 17 into 17 gives you 289. So this is your 17. Since we know the side now, we can directly multiply it with 4 or add it. That is 17 plus 17 plus 17 plus 17. 7 4 is 28, 2 carry, 4 1s are 4, plus 2 68, or directly if you know the multiplication, 17 into 4 is 68 centimeter, which is the required perimeter of this rhombus. So in this way, you try to apply your Pythagoras property wherever you find right-angled triangle. So that is your last question, question number 8th.